Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Stand By Face podcast, the show where we talk about all things Yu-Gi-Oh! My name's Aaron, and with me as always is my co-host Jared Evans. What's going on, man?
Not much. How are you?
I'm doing all right. Excited to talk Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah, we got loads to talk about. How you liking the new Master Duel updates?
It's nice. Haven't tried it yet though. So last we talked on the podcast, I was gonna try to get back in it. I got on it the other night. I started constructing a new deck to put together, and then I got off and went to bed.
I wasn't trying to throw you under the bus there. I just jumped on Master Duel update there.
Yeah, so
I wasn't prepared for you to say that.
Yeah, but yeah, I'll eventually get back to it. But I was gonna start working on Phantom Knights.
Okay, well, I mean, for all those people out there that aren't, fluent in Sword Soul and Despy archetypes, like now's the time to go play a Master Duel. You can, especially if you got like a regionals coming up or something like that. Mm-hmm. Hint.
What 3 weeks?
Is it 3 weeks?
Yeah, I think so.
Coming up quick. Anyways, so yeah, I mean, I'm having a lot of fun playing both. Obviously I'm playing Despia for the Fusion Festival, and then I'm climbing ranked with Sword Soul now. I've decided to take a break from Drytron for a little while. Mm-hmm.
Have you hit Diamond right yet?
I'm at Plat 1 right now. So
right there.
I've got this time I've completely stopped playing Drytron. I know I can make it into Diamond with Drytron. No worries there. But I'm trying to learn Sword Soul the best I can. I know how to play everything, but I've never actually piloted the deck myself. I've always played against it, at locals or tournaments or whatever. So it's cool when you finally actually get to play it. You learn it a lot better. You're like, okay, now I know how to stop this deck a little bit better. Mm-hmm. Even though I knew the choke points, Mo Yi is the big choke point, or Crystron, something like that. But now I can, based on the sequencing that they start with, I kind of have a better idea of where to hand trap or where not to hand trap. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? If they start with the Mo Yi first, that means their hand's probably not as good. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. If not, they may try to bait me out with Crystron and then go to a Mo Yi or vice versa, or they may play the stupid Ecclesia monster. I forget the full name of it. And I've learned never to hand trap that thing. Mm-hmm. It's always bait. So it is what it is. So moving on, same thing with Despia. I'm having a lot of fun playing that on the Fusion Festival. I probably should be climbing ranked more, but I get way more gems from the Fusion Festival. So yeah. I've been playing all of that now, and I think this is the toughest festival I've ever played in. Like the Xyz Festival was easy. Like I climbed that rank, nothing. I went in like 10 or 12 rounds in a row before I finally lose again. This one is not. Like, it's actually a fight every round because it's so much Despia that you're coming up with, so much heroes, DPE, every single, every deck you go up against in this Fusion Festival has 2 things guaranteed in it: Maxi, DPE in it. So maybe I'll have a funny short coming up with that, but you have to be prepared, and it's just harder to deal with, from the Xyz or the Synchro Festival or whatever. And I'm assuming Link is coming up pretty soon.
I'm sure, yeah.
So Master Duel's pretty fun. Always free to play. How dare Konami give us free updates?
Yeah, you've already made that joke.
Quit
fidgeting with the mic. Come on.
I don't know. I'm a fidgeter.
Making it rumble.
So I can't help but laugh because everybody complained at Master Duel on not having Sword Soul, being so far behind, blah blah, and literally within the next couple of weeks, they drop us, all of Sword Soul, all of Despia, DPE. Yeah. They didn't tell us about it in advance until it was, right around the corner. So
yeah, because this game came out January, we've had it for 4 months.
Yeah,
we've already got DPE, Sword Soul.
Yeah,
they're doing good.
I'm assuming they're going to catch up to TCG, and I'm guessing the main goal.
Sorry, go ahead.
I'm guessing the main goal with Master Duel is, because TCG is so far behind OCG, like really far behind OCG. I imagine that
About
Master Duel is going to be
4 months.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I imagine that Master Duel is probably going to be neck and neck with TCG on when they get cards.
See, I was almost thinking that like as far back as we are from OCG, so about 3 or 4 months, I was assuming that that's what Master Duel was going to be to us in the TCG. Like there'd be another 3 or 4 months behind consistently because they can't update with new cards the moment a pack comes out.
Mm-hmm.
So give it a little bit of time, let the deck play, and then release all the stuff into Master Duel.
What if they jump ahead of TCG?
I don't think they'll do that. I highly doubt
I hope
that.
they do. That'd be cool. I hope they do.
I don't think that would be cool. You're going to tell me that people would be happy if we get all the, well, now that I'm about to say this out loud, it kind of sounds stupid. But you think people would be happy if all of the best new cards come out immediately in Master Duel before the TCG, before we can even play it? But as I say that, I'm like, yeah, people would like that.
Mm-hmm. Me as the consumer would like that very much. I don't think that's going to be the case just because from a financial standpoint, like if I'm Konami, I would intentionally wait till after TCG had it because if I want to hype up an archetype, I don't want people to have the opportunity to play the archetype before it's released because, just in case the archetype is not as good as I'm trying to hype it up.
Mm-hmm.
So then people won't buy it as much because they're like, okay, this looked cool at first, but it's not going to play nearly as good. Granted, we have that with EDO. I mean, once the cards get announced in the OCG, EDO like practically gets them within the same week.
Yeah.
I think Dueling works the same way.
But it's kind of different because EDO is just a group of people that decided to make the game. So they're like, oh, I see that card. I'm going to go ahead and scan the picture, throw it into the game, but say it's only for the OCG at the moment. Or
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, like, I don't know. I'm just saying, like, if Master Duel was to do that, if I was Konami, I wouldn't do that, but I have to also know that people can already play with the cards thanks to EDO.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. I'm just brainstorming. I don't know what they're going to do. I'm hoping they will at least come close to the TCG, even if
Like
it is
maybe like a
behind
month?
Yeah. Even if it is behind the TCG release, it's still close.
Yeah.
But the only thing that I can still ask for on Master Duel is we need some way to play test. So I would like to have like a non-ranked version to play, or something where I can do test hands and actually do my full combo without playing against an opponent. Even if it's like playing against a computer, like EDO, you just play against a blank screen where you can do your full combo and then that's it. But
yeah.
So if we had something like that's not ranked, I would like it a whole lot better because, like learning Sword Soul or something like that, I'm not, 100% fluent on all the combos, so I make mistakes, and that, might cost me to downrank.
Yeah. You want to test hand
like
area
that.
like EDO does. Yeah. No, that would definitely help.
But other than that, like, I can't think of anything else that Master Duel really needs or should have,
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's a damn good game. I don't know why people are complaining about it as much as they are.
There's always going to be haters.
I guess, yeah. They just got to complain about something.
They hate us because they ain't us.
Yeah. That's what it is. So have you checked the prices of Ghost from the Past 2 on TCG Player?
Yeah, stupid cheap.
Why do you think that is?
So, I don't really have a good theory as to why.
Market man's in town.
Yeah. I have a feeling you have an opinion on this, but
I do.
I really couldn't tell you. I don't know.
I think it's because Ghost from the Past 2 is much more of a success than Ghost from the Past 1 was.
Okay.
Like it was bought more. So there's a lot more cases in circulation.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
There's more of an influx in cards. Like, how else do you explain Heat Soul being like under $2? We have a Ghost Rare right now. The cheapest one is $30, being Eye of Timaeus.
Yeah.
Windragon of Ross Sphere modes as low as $60.
Borland was $1.
Yeah. The new boss
Aluber
monster
at $14 right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody expected. Pre-sales of Aluber were what, 40 or up? 40 or above, something like that. So that's the only logical conclusion that I can come up with, that it being so dang cheap. I mean, it's good news for us.
Yeah, I just yesterday I put in my order for my Alubers finally because they were 14 a piece.
Yeah, dude, I think I bought them at like 17 a piece.
Well, even the original printing of Alubers down to like $50 now.
Yeah.
So like everything's going down. Crystron was under $3, or Hauke Fibrax.
Yeah, this is great. I think they hit the ball out of the park. I'm just kind of skimming through all the cards in it right now.
Mm-hmm.
All the DD stuff is literally pennies. Ghost Rig, Plunder Patrol, Tenyi stuff, pennies. The new false archetype. These are brand new cards.
Mm-hmm.
Pennies, as low as 19 cents on the main boss monster.
But with that being said, I would highly suggest everyone just buy the singles of this, because we've seen several people, Jared included in that, buy several boxes and not pull really anything of value. It's they short printed everything really bad.
I mean, yeah, it's a pretty big set. I wouldn't say it's short printed. I don't think that's the correct word. It's just, a big set. It's over 100 cards, and you only get 4 packs for each box. I dropped $100, and just because everything is so cheap, like there's no way I'm going to make my money back. I've got 2 Borland Dragons out of it. What did I get? I think I got 2 Destiny, or is it Destiny Hero Ferris?
Ferris, yeah.
Or is he Elemental Hero Ferris? I don't know.
It's Vision Hero.
Vision Hero, that's what it is. There's too many heroes. So yeah, like those were my main cards. I got the new DD card. That's going to see play. It's all of as low as 12 cents.
So is that card going to see play? Because before you were saying you didn't think it would.
I've seen combos with it. I'm going to play test it tonight at locals.
Okay.
I did pull one of them. It's not going to be more than a one of. Honestly, my main combo that I do doesn't use it, so we'll see. Like I said, I'm going to test it, but it's not going to be it's not a card that's going to take the deck to the next step or anything like that. It's just an extra card. Mm-hmm. So I bet there's going to be plenty of deck profiles that come out that don't have it, and then plenty that do. So, I mean, yeah, dude, this is like the cheapest set I've ever seen.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, even the ghost rares were stupid cheap. I think the most expensive one was like $350, $320-ish, somewhere in there. That was Dark Magician Girl. The cheapest one being Eye of Timaeus at $30. I mean, these were stupid cheap for ghost rares.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Borland is mind blowing to me. As low as $1.75. Heat Soul as low as $1.50.
Mm-hmm.
Like, get these cards now because they will go up. They're likely not going to receive a reprint for years. Plural, meaning, more than 2. So, the same thing with the Despia Aluber. Like, I guess the hope would be that it does come out in the Megatins coming up, but it's very possible that they pull it out. So this is it, I don't know.
I would assume that one would probably get pulled out just because they have it right here.
Mm-hmm. Crystron, get your copies of it now. Borland, get your copies of it now. That it's highly likely that card doesn't receive a reprint, and Dragon Link is always going to be around. So I've got, same thing with the Salaman Great Monster. I've got Heat Soul now. I'm going to go ahead and I think buy. I don't know. I might buy several more copies just to have, because it's probably going to be a long time. The Dark Magician, the Dragon Knight, same thing. That card was around for 3 or 4 years before it finally got a reprint. Mm-hmm. So that's my opinion. I'm no financial expert, or I'm no expert with Konami by any means. They just kind of do whatever, I feel like. But the new Crystal Beast Rainbow Dragon is as low as 89 cents. So I pulled one of those actually too. Mm-hmm. The structure deck is coming, at the end of this year. So I'd get my copies of that. That will absolutely go up.
But do you think Crystal Beast, is it going to be able to compete at all?
Probably not, but don't matter. It's got a following of people that are going to buy out the structure deck.
Probably plenty of casual players that love that. So,
probably be played at locals for a little bit. just for fun. So, yeah, I'm happy with it. Like, I couldn't be more happy with Ghosts from the Past 2.
Yeah.
It's one thing, like all these booster sets that come out that have cards in it that we want, and they get so expensive. Like, this isn't a booster set, but like Baron de Flor is over $100. You can't buy one for under $100 right now, and I need one for regionals coming up. So I might have to bite that bullet. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. So
yeah, you got lucky with one of the guys we go to locals with. Let Jared borrow it for our last regionals.
Mm-hmm. And it definitely comes in handy.
Almost stole it. We got back out to the car and Jared's like, "Oh shit, I forgot to give it back."
Yeah, I gave it back. I didn't see it.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, it's compared to every other set. Like, you couldn't ask for a better situation than this. And this is, so just to briefly talk about this again, I know I've mentioned it before, but as a Yu-Gi-Oh set to be successful, it needs to check 3 different boxes. It needs to attract the collectors, the competitive player, and the casual players. Obviously, Ghost from the Past did it.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want a Ghost Rare, $30, go get you one. As opposed to, what was last year's, like the cheapest, I don't think it was anything under $100 at the time when it came out.
Yeah. Well, you can definitely tell that this set is a result of Konami hearing the complaints from last year's Ghost from the Past.
Mm-hmm.
And this is their apology. And apology accepted, Konami. Good job.
You have taken the right steps forward. Don't stop.
Yeah.
Continue to do this.
Forward.
Yes. And we know these prices are going to go up. They absolutely will. So get your copies now while they're cheap, because probably within the next month they're going to start going up.
Yeah, I would say that we'll probably start seeing prices increase by mid to late June.
Yeah, I'm expecting it by the end of this month. Like, we'll see. I don't know.
A couple weeks, really?
Yeah. All it's going to take is for Dragon Link to top a few regionals or top a YCS, and Borland is going to go up right off the bat.
That's true.
Somebody posts their deck profile. They're going to say, Borland was a game changer for me. It's such an extender and interruption, blah, blah, blah.
And then everyone goes and buys it.
Exactly. That's all it's going to take. Same thing with Heat Soul, All it's going to take is some random Cyburst deck that is running Heat Soul in it, and then bam, everybody's going to go get it. So,
yeah, I'm definitely going to look into using Heat Soul in something. I'm trying to build a variety of different decks to play instead of just the same 2.
Same. I mean, heck, we got all the new zombie support coming out too. In this next set, Dimension Force, there's some zombie cards. All it's going to take is for those new cards to top or regionals, and then all these cards here in Ghost from the Past are going to go up, like Necro World Banshee, Doom King Balrog. This is the second printing I think that Doom King Balrog has had, so it's probably
the second printing in general.
In general, yeah.
Dang.
So it's probably not going to get reprinted for another,
decade.
Probably. So
84 years.
Yeah. It's been 74 years. So yeah, I mean, anything else you want to add on Ghosts from the Past? I'm happy with it.
Yeah, no, I'm happy with it. I'll give it a 8.5 out of 10.
I was leaning more towards a 10 out of 10.
A 10 out of 10. Wow.
Just because it's so cheap, Like, I have never seen prices this cheap.
Yeah, you got a point. I'll say 9. 9 out of 10.
I'll give it a 9 out of 10.
Because it's not perfect. And we should have got this a lot of the stuff a long time ago.
You are correct. You are correct. So. Yeah. 10. Okay. No 10.
It's 9. 9. You're not perfect.
Thanks for finally giving us what we deserve.
Mm-hmm. But since you bring up the zombie stuff in Dimension Force, let's go ahead and talk about that. What are your thoughts on the set list for the set we are getting in 2 weeks? It looks like
the set list as a whole.
No, sorry, next week.
Yeah.
Next week. Yep.
We talked about Dimension Force, or
we talked a little bit about it.
Yeah, we went over the Scareclaw and Therion's archetype, and I think we've said enough about those. I mean, Therion is going to be probably the most expensive stuff. I'm seeing a lot of people trying to hype up Scareclaw on YouTube. I'm still not impressed. I think it's a fun deck. It's a lesser version of. Oh, hang on, I'm pulling a blank. Oh my god, Crusadia. There we go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like a weaker version of Crusadia.
Shit.
So it's got their boss monster. What's his name? Tryhard, I think.
Mm-hmm.
That
was it Trickheart, and they changed it to Tryhard?
Yeah, it used to be Trick, but now it's Try. So, yeah, he forces everybody to go into defense position, and then he's unaffected by monsters' effects in defense position. But that doesn't matter because it doesn't negate the effects or anything like that. So your opponent's still going to go full combo. And if they summon Link monsters, which a lot of them still do, other than Despia, that's not going to stop your opponent from getting rid of your Tryhard,
Mm-hmm.
So it's, at least with Crusadia, it's probably a going second strategy. You just kaiju their monster away, Link climb into your Crusadia monster, and then punch them for 10,000 attack or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't care about anything else other than that. I don't know. It is what it is. Maybe somebody will think of a strategy that pairs well with it, that makes it better than what it should be, kind of a thing. I am changing my opinion a little bit on Dimension Force as a whole, because they've actually come out with some other good cards that are in it. That now that we see the full set spoiler, we have the Predaplant stuff, which is I think fairly popular. I mean, it's not going to be like meta changing or anything like that, but it's all commons except for one ultra. That's it. The zombie stuff is probably what I'm going to buy. I don't even think I'm going to buy any of the Therion stuff. I'll just get the zombie stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Because for those who don't know, the only time I've ever gone undefeated was Zombie World Eldritch. So now I'm going to have more of a pure synchro Zombie World build that I'm going to try with these new cards in there.
Mm-hmm.
Cali Effect posted a video about it too. I thought that was pretty cool. That was a neat watch if you like the Zombie World strategy as a whole. So again, I need Baron the floor for that. But yeah, the Pendulum stuff in there, Libromancer stuff's in there. Ghost Bell is going to be the chase. Starlight. I'm warming up on this set quite a bit. I don't know if I'm going to buy any sealed packages though. Just buy the singles that I want.
Yeah,
buy the zombie stuff, and
for the last few sets, that's all I've really done. I haven't, other than, what was the last actual sealed I bought? Was probably Maximum Gold Eldorado. Everything else I've just bought singles of.
Guess in the past. I mean, I see the meta viability of the Therion stuff because it's going to be splashable in other decks. Probably not going to be that strong of a deck when it's pure, but you're going to see it splashed in everywhere. So, including the new plant stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I see that. We'll see what the prices are of singles when they come out.
Mm-hmm. I
don't ever buy pre-sale stuff, so maybe I'll get that, but my first order is going to be for the zombie stuff. So
yeah, my first order is probably going to be to get King Regulus.
I think probably Regulus and the new Illegal Knight are probably going to be the two most expensive cards.
Yeah.
And I don't know how well Illegal Knight is going to be used, or I should say how much. It's definitely going to be used because it kind of shores up the adventure token strategy.
Mm-hmm.
So, hang on, let me see if there's a pre-sale on that.
I thought you weren't able to pull up TCG on that computer.
On the low end of $35 pre-order right now.
Ah. Where's that on?
But on the high end of $79, this TCG player. So that does not answer any questions.
Nope.
So I don't have the adventure archetype anyway, so I'm not going to buy him. I'm not going to spend up for just one card. New Exo Sister monster, which is pretty good. Oh, nice Pendulum Dragon. We're finally getting. OCG's had that forever. Getting a new Alba Abyss Dragon. Alba Lanatus, which is going to definitely knock Dragon Link out of the top.
Dragon Link ain't in the top.
They have been. There's a few of them top in regionals, but they're not prevalent now.
No.
What else we got? New Starving Venom. That's the only ultra for the Predaplant stuff. Sorry, I'm skimming through here if there's anything else important. So I can see why people would be excited for this set.
Yeah, no, I think, like you said, I'm definitely coming around to it. It looks like a lot better of a set than I thought it was going to be. So I'm excited for it to come out. And
yeah, there's no reprints in it, like at all. None. 0. If it would have some good reprints in it from other stuff, because I mean, I'm in the boat saying that Konami doesn't have to push brand new archetypes with every new booster box. You know what I mean?
I 100% agree with that. I think there being a new archetype every other set is kind of annoying.
Yeah, this one has 2 new archetypes. Well, I guess 2 new archetypes plus new archetype support for the previous sets, you know, like Libromancer and stuff. So all it would take is for them to throw in a couple of good quality reprints in here too, and then the set would be like, okay, yeah.
Honestly,
this is an 8 out of a 9, or 8 out of a 10, or 9 out of a 10.
What I think would be interesting if they did, which they won't ever do, is just take 1 year where all your sets, there's no new archetypes. You don't add any new archetypes whatsoever. You can still give support for the previous, new sets and whatever.
You mean new cards for old archetypes?
Yes, you can still do.
That'd be cool.
You still do support for everything that's come out so far, whether it's old within a year, whatever.
Like Black Wings.
Yep,
they're getting like 10 new cards or something like that.
Quite a bit. But just go a year without any new sets and just let all these archetypes, run through the meta and, let people play with what we have instead of giving us new shit every month.
Every other month.
I feel like it's oversaturated.
Oh, I agree. Whoever is doing the marketing at Konami are like, we make our money on new sets and that's it. We don't care about anything else. But I'm with you. I think they can easily I think they can make their money by reprinting, not reprint. Well, yes, reprinting, but coming out with new support for old archetypes too,
or just do like 2 new archetypes a year instead of like 2 or 3 per every other month or whatever it is. Like, we're getting too much.
They're shoved a bunch of new cards in the reprint sets, and then the booster sets have no reprints in them at all. It's whoever it is that's running Konami, that's what they think. They think they're making their money by coming out with new stuff. No,
give us support, give us reprints. That's what we want.
I want an extra deck for Dark World, damn it. Because there's not a single extra deck monster.
Give me Dark World Link monsters.
Yeah. I like that archetype.
Said no one ever.
Well, I don't care about Link monsters, but I like that archetype. I would like to play it.
Yeah.
And I don't think that has come out with any Dark World support ever.
Yeah.
Like ever.
I'll say since I've started playing, which was back in 2019, I don't remember ever seeing any new Dark World stuff.
I think I take it back. They came out with a spell card for Dark World. I don't even remember the name of it. And it was like last year or something like that.
Oh, okay.
And it was trash. Obviously. I mean,
there may
have one new card.
There may have been some other like indirect support where it was a card that was just kind of generic, but it worked well for it. And
but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the direct support.
Yeah, no, direct support. I don't remember any.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, they have hundreds of archetypes that are sitting in, in no man's land. So yeah, I'm with you. Why would you not? That doesn't make sense to me at all why they do that.
They could make a lot of money if they would bring out, you know, like they're doing like 10 new cards for Blackwing. If they would do stuff like that for cards or for decks that were popular, you know, 6-10 years ago, you know, they bring them to the current meta and let people who feel nostalgic about that, and now they're only casual because those are their favorite decks and they don't like the new stuff, let them come into the competitive play. Like, just do a year where all you do is just support for all the old decks.
I'm totally down for that. I mean, Konami, I guess, has made some recent steps in that direction because they're giving Sky Striker new support. At some point, TCG will get it. I don't know when. Maybe next year or whatever.
Yeah.
Now they're giving Blackwing support.
Yeah.
They did that with DDD in Battles of Chaos randomly that nobody really knew about coming until they announced the set, of course. What else? They obviously do that with Dark Magician and Blue Eyes because those are the two legacy decks that everyone loves.
There'll always be support for that. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's a few key strategies that they do that with, and then nothing else after that. So hopefully they are making those steps to do that because people love, you know, like Burning Abyss. When's the last time they've gotten a new card?
Yeah, exactly.
That deck is loved. Point. Yeah. Trying to think of the other stuff too, like Pendulum stuff. Obviously, Performapal is now getting some new cards right here. That's that's from a show. You know, people love that archetype. So they are slowly.
Like, give some Galaxy support or
yeah, I would love that.
Give Thunder Dragon some supports. That way they can make up for the lack of their precious Colossus.
You know, they're probably going to sit on Colossus on the stupid ban list until they announce new support cards. Then they'll finally release Colossus or something like that. Yeah. Don't even get me started on that one. Well, and it's not just about new support too. It's like new relevant support.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I don't care to have new Galaxy support that doesn't help the strategy play at all, you know?
Yeah.
Or same thing with that Dark World card that we mentioned. I remember, I don't even remember what the stupid effect was. I just remember I'm like, okay, well, this is trash. I'm not using it. Yeah. When I saw it. And I know I have it. I just can't remember, you know, it's in my bulk somewhere.
Yeah.
So, you know, whatever. I'm hopeful for the future. I'm, you know, just disappointed it took Konami this long to start making these advances. You know,
maybe there was a restructuring of creative control over there, and that's why things are starting to get a little better.
I hope so. You know, whoever's running TCG needs to have the same restructuring.
Yeah. You know, we need to do some research on that and see exactly how all that's ran. So that way we know exactly who to blame.
Yeah, my assumption is OCG makes all the main decisions, and TCG is just doing what they're told. And they're like, okay, we'll let TCG have this set.
Or if it's, you know,
this way, you know what I mean?
Or if it is just the one company and they control both, and they're just like, okay, OCG will get it this time, TCG will get it this time. I don't know. Who knows?
My assumption is, yeah, OCG runs everything, and TCG is just taking orders. Yeah. All right, we can finally give them this archetype. All right, we can finally give them Crystron Hagifibrax or Crystron Needle Fiber, you know, because TCG or OCG had it for like 2 years before we got it or something stupid like that.
If there's anyone watching that happens to know the answer or knows someone over at Konami and can get those answers, please let us know.
Yeah, I'm not going to hold my breath. Well, maybe someday.
Yeah.
When we're old men, they'll finally be making the good decisions.
All right. Well, is there anything else you want to add before we wrap this up?
That's it for me. I'm done complaining for the day.
Okay. Well, guys, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Follow us on all social media platforms. We are the Standby Phase on pretty much everything. That being said, we'll see you next time.
Peace out.